Watch the 2020 online server training video to complete the first step in obtaining your new liquor card. Next, visit our website and schedule an appointment to take the test. Pass the test to successfully complete server training. To register with the Honolulu Liquor Commission and obtain your manager or bartender liquor card, you will need to bring the required documents with you to your appointment. Welcome to the 2020 online server training course. This course is designed specifically for managers and bartenders who have taken a Honolulu Liquor Commission server training class less than 8 years ago. If you have taken server training more than 8 years ago, please schedule an appointment for the in-person server training. Registration of employees. All dispenser, cabaret, hotel, club, brew pub, condominium hotel, winery, bring your own beverage, or small craft producer pub licensees shall employ only persons in that section of the licensed premise where liquor is sold, served, or consumed who are registered with the Commission prior to the start of employment. For restaurant and Class 13B caterer licensees, only managers and bartenders are required to be registered. A manager and bartender certificate of registration card is valid for 4 years upon successful completion of the server training class. All employees are responsible for familiarizing themselves with the liquor laws of Hawaii and the rules of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. A current copy of both Liquor Laws of Hawaii and Rules of the Liquor Commission must be available for examination upon request by a customer or investigator. Also known as a liquor card, all employees shall not surrender or give their liquor card to their employers. Any employee who is on duty should have their liquor card readily available for inspection. Managers who work on a licensed premise where liquor is consumed on their premise will receive a blue stripe card, while managers who work at a retail licensed premise where liquor is consumed off-premise will receive a purple stripe card. Bartenders will receive a yellow stripe card unless employees under the age of 21. Any bartenders under the age of 21 will receive a red stripe, indicating they are a minor. Employee means any person who performs a service, usually or normally done on or within a licensed premise, regardless of whether that person is under contract or commission, registered or not registered, compensated or not compensated. It is a violation for any employee to consume or taste an alcoholic beverage while on duty. Tasting an alcoholic beverage with a stir straw can be viewed as an appearance of consumption. Except for employees at retail licensed premises, time record entry shall be made when you report for duty and again when you go off duty. Time records must be in English, show the month, day, year, and time indicating AM or PM, and have your legal first name and last name. Time records shall be kept for at least 6 months. Bartender. An employee or a bartender may open or pour draft or bottled beer or wine. The difference is a bartender can also prepare or mix alcoholic drinks in accordance with established recipes and procedures. A bartender shall also collect and receive payment for drinks served and is responsible for the cleanliness and orderly conditions of the bar area. To be a bartender, you must be at least 18 years of age and registered with the Honolulu Liquor Commission. A manager means the designated person on duty registered with the Liquor Commission as a manager or an assistant manager who is in active charge of the licensed premise during the time the establishment is licensed to sell or serve liquor. You must be at least 21 years of age to be a manager. There needs to be a manager in active charge of the licensed premises at all times liquor is served. Retail managers may leave the premises but are still responsible for the proper training and monitoring of employees. There are 4 items that must be posted at all times to be in compliance with our rules. The first item is your liquor license. According to the Liquor Laws of Hawaii, your current liquor license must be conspicuously posted and convenient for inspection on the licensed premises. The second item is a price list. Listing liquor prices can be in a menu, on a table tent, posted on the wall, or written on a board displayed on your premises. If you work at a retail store, the prices of liquor must be displayed on the shelves. The third item is the "It is illegal" sign. It is illegal for a person under the age of 21 to purchase, possess, or consume liquor, to use a false ID or another person's ID to obtain liquor, and to purchase liquor for a person under 21 years old. It is the law to refuse service to a customer who falls into any of the categories listed on this sign. The fourth item is the "Be aware" or the "Operating a vehicle under the influence of an intoxicant" sign. This sign clearly describes the serious consequences and penalties a person will face if they choose to drive under the influence. Entertainment which causes undue noise or disturbs the peace and quiet of the residents or tenants of the neighborhood is prohibited on the licensed premise. Furthermore, entertainment which causes complaints from the public or reports from the Commission's investigators indicating that noise created by the patrons departing the premise disturbs residents of the neighborhood in which the premise is located is also prohibited. Be a good neighbor to those in the neighborhood by preventing excessive noise coming from your premise or any adjacent areas. A licensee shall be authorized to sell, serve, or allow consumption of liquor based upon its class of license during the hours specified. There should be no sale, service, or consumption of liquor before or after authorized hours. A customer engaged in meal service may remove an unfinished bottle of wine, liquor, or beer as long as it's recorked or resealed in its original container. Note that under the licensee's discretion, licensees may put a house policy in place that restricts the removal of liquor off their premise. A growler or other glass, ceramic, or metal container used by manufacturers, restaurants, retail dealers, brew pubs, wineries, and small craft producer pubs for sale of product for off-premise consumptions by patrons shall be a single-use container that is filled on-premise or a container that is resealable once opened and intended for multiple fills and use. Quality of liquor. Any mixed drink or a straight drink shall contain not less than 1 fluid ounce of liquor unless the customer requests a lesser amount. Unmixed distilled spirit shall be dispensed from its original container. In handling the storage of straight or unmixed distilled spirits, the transfer of a product from its original container to any other storage container is prohibited. If your premise is equipped with a bar, the preparation of drinks shall be on the top surface of the bar and in a such manner as to permit any interested customer to have a clear and unobstructed view of the bartender's operations. Prohibitions involving minors. No minor shall consume or purchase liquor, and no minor shall consume or have liquor in the minor's possession or custody. No minor shall falsify any identification or use any false identification or identification of another person or of a fictitious person for the purpose of buying or attempting to buy liquor or for the purpose of obtaining employment to sell or serve liquor on licensed premises. Any person under age 18 who violates this section shall be subject to the jurisdiction of the family court. No sale or service to a minor, person under the age of 21, an adult purchasing liquor for a minor, any person under the influence of liquor. On a side note, licensees cannot knowingly permit any person under the influence of liquor or disorderly person to be or remain in or on the licensed premises, or any person known to the licensee to be addicted to the excessive use of intoxicating liquor. If you sell or serve liquor to a minor, an adult purchasing liquor for a minor, a person who is under the influence, or any person known to the licensee to be addicted to the excessive use of intoxicating liquor, you may get a violation, and a conviction may result in prison or community service, a fine up to $1,000, a criminal record, termination of employment, or you could possibly be sued. Alcohol is a mood-altering drug. It can affect sudden mood swings in people, sometimes causing them to say and do things that are socially inappropriate. Slurring words, spilling drinks, having trouble speaking, standing, or walking are some examples of how alcohol affects the central nervous system. Alcohol affects the brain. People drinking alcohol do not see themselves as impaired as they really are. After drinking heavily, people may forget what they said or did or how they got home after waking up the next morning. This condition is called a blackout. Alcohol is a drug categorized as a sedative. Signs of intoxication may include, and not limited to, slurred or slow speech, swaying, staggering, or stumbling, loss of coordination, overly loud, crude or inappropriate behavior towards others, crying, moody, or overly depressed. As a manager or bartender, you need to know the signs of intoxication because of the legal obligation for the care and safety of your guest. Knowing the signs can help you make the right decision, and knowing whether it's safe to serve your guest another drink or if they should be cut off from drinking. Alcohol poisoning occurs when a large amount of alcohol is consumed in a short period of time. Alcohol depresses nerves which control involuntary action. Signs include, but not limited to, confusion, pale skin, slurred speech, slow or abnormal breathing, and vomiting. Alcohol poisoning may result in unconsciousness and unresponsiveness, seizures, hypothermia, hypoglycemia, severe dehydration, and possibly death. So please be responsible when serving and selling liquor, and to know the signs and symptoms that indicate a progression from being drunk to alcohol poisoning. An incident could turn into a lawsuit, and even if you've done all the right things in handling an incident, someone still may sue you. If you don't document and you're the object of a civil suit, it might then be your word against the person filing the suit. Start documenting by writing down what happened, any basic facts, the names and contact information of any witnesses, compose a narrative, and remember to be honest. It is highly unlikely you will be able to accurately recall and document an incident that happened a couple of years ago, or maybe even a month ago. To lower your liability risk, be sure to document as soon as you possibly can, then file it away, just in case you need it. A driver who is intoxicated or under the influence of liquor can experience double vision, loss of depth perception, and loss of peripheral vision. Alcohol is a sedative, a depressant that affects the central nervous system, slows down the brain activity, and can possibly induce sleep. This makes it very dangerous for drunk drivers to be on our roads in our community. Here are just a handful of accidents that showcase the reality of how drunk drivers negatively impact our community. The complaint and summons is issued when a person is in violation of the law. For example, if you accidentally serve liquor to a minor, both you as the employee and the customer will receive the complaint and summons, and each person will have to appear at district court for a hearing. Be advised, no licensee shall obstruct, hamper, or interfere with commission investigations and inspections in any way, including but not limited to the sounding of alarms, flashing of lights, or use of a public address system or other advance warning announcing the arrival of commission investigators. This may be considered a violation of both commission rule and Hawaii state law. contact us. For more information, please visit our website at www.honolulu.gov/lick, or you can email us at lick-training@honolulu.gov. Important announcements. Please be aware of all the governor's executive orders and the mayor's emergency orders. For any operational business changes, please discuss with your employer.